Hi there, it's Lee here for iron Blocks. So this video I just want to respond to a question that I received in the comments. So the question was from a chap called Paul, and he was asking, why do I share this information? It was kind of, the question was, if I found the Golden Goose, then why am I sharing it with everyone else? So there's a couple of different reasons for that. The reasons why I make these videos, sharing the information, how to mine, all that kind of thing, etc. So there's a few reasons actually. First and foremost, crypto mining for me is really just a hobby. I don't do it for as a business or an income stream. It's really just 99% of it is really just for the fun of doing it. I'm fascinated by the actual technology. I love getting into the whole hardware side of things, interfering with or interacting with computing hardware, the software. I love the whole the economic sort of aspects of it, the whole crypto sector. I'm really into that whole sort of thing. So I think in the future there's a possibility that it will be more of a business or an income source for me. But right now it's really just a hobby, something that I do as an enthusiast. So there's no where I share the information with other people doesn't really make any difference to me in terms of my own personal earnings or income. So I'm not kind of sabotaging myself by sharing this information with anyone else. So one of the main reasons that I share it is just because I like to. I'm interested in the technology. Okay, so the second reason is really for my own personal growth, and it's a little bit selfish in a way, but really I wanted to share these videos really as a way for me to kind of express myself and connect with other people's using the power of social media and also video. So video is something that I was not particularly good at. Even now it's sometimes difficult when I'm on camera in this sort of scenario. So really it was a way for me to kind of share what I was interested with other people that was interested in these same technologies, and like I say, just connect with other people and use that whole social media and use video to kind of grow personally. So that's really what I wanted to get out of it, one of the things that I sort of started off with. Okay, so one other reason, and this is really a big reason for me making these videos, sharing the crypto technology, the different coins to mine, the hardware to use, the software to use, all that kind of stuff. So like I said, this is really as a response partly to Paul in the comments. So he was asking that, why would I share all this information? Surely I would kind of want to keep it all to myself, lock it away, and make all the money for myself. And the reason why I don't do that, or you can't really do that and win in this crypto world game, is that it's something called the network effect. So what the network effect is, and this was actually put forward by a guy called Metcalfe, and he put this thing or this idea or a concept forward called this Metcalfe's law, and that law basically states that the value or the utility of a network is based upon its number of nodes or connections. To give you an example of that is, let's say I've got a telephone. On its own, one telephone is completely useless. No one can use it. I've got a phone. I can't call anyone. I can't receive any calls because no one else would have a telephone to use as well. So with just one connection, it's completely useless. Now, if I have one telephone and I give another telephone to a friend, that basically doubles up the actual network. So I can call him and he can call me. So that's actually two connections. So it's twice as much useful. But when we add each new person or each new node or connection from here on, the growth is much more exponential. So for every new connection that you have exponential growth from here onwards. So let's say we had a third person now has a telephone. So what we have is a situation where each person now has two connections. So I can call the first person and I now can call the second person. Also, I can receive calls from each of those as well. So whereas before we just had one phone, one connection, and two phones, it's two connections. When we add the third person, we don't actually end up with 3 connections. We can all call each other, but we actually end up with 6 connections. and so that's where the growth comes from. So the point that I'm getting at here with this kind of example, and the way it relates to cryptocurrencies and money, is if I have a coin all to myself, let's say I invent a new coin and I call it the Lee coin. Now it doesn't really matter if I have one coin or 1 trillion of those coins. The value it wouldn't have any value because there's no utility to it. So by providing others with the chance to sort of mine the coins, use the coins, buy, sell, trade the coins, and all that kind of thing, that's where the actual value of the network comes from. The more people that are using a particular coin, cryptocurrency, or technology, that is where the value comes from. So when I'm making these videos, I'm sharing crypto technologies with as many people as possible, and that seems, to some counterintuitive, like I'm kind of giving the game away. But what it's actually doing is encouraging a lot more people to come into the network, get started with these crypto technologies, and together, when we all work, and like I say, we all do this trading, the utility and the value comes back out of that. So that's what I wanted to get out, really. So if you're into crypto, you're just getting started, and you think it's got a bright future like I do, one of the best things that you can do is actually get involved and share it with your family and friends, or as many other people as you can. And I don't mean go spamming them and they're just laying on them, but just give them a taste or a trial, show them what it is, what it does, and what it's about. The more people that come into this technology, the more value it will have as a whole to everyone else. So just as a quick example, I already talked about the actual sort of phone system, but if you think of, say, Facebook, if you started that off, you're using Facebook and you've just got a couple of friends, it's okay, you can communicate with each other, you can catch up with your friends, it's all fine, and it's reasonably useful for you. But when that connection basis connects to all of those other people, and we're talking billions of users now, the actual network effect is absolutely ginormous, and the value of that is shown in the actual market capitalization of Facebook as well. It's worth hundreds of billions, and it's all because of those connections. So crypto technology will be the same as that. The more connections that it has, the more utility that it has, the more ways that it can be used in day-to-day life, the more value that it has. So by sharing this, I'm certainly not doing any harm to the network. The way I see it is that we can all contribute and we can all win in this together. So that's it for this video, and it's just really me just sharing my sort of thoughts and ideas on this going sort of forward. If you've got any questions or comments, as always, put those in the comments area below. A few other things just before you go is if you're not already following me, you can follow me on Facebook. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram as well. I'll also link to the Steemit blog, so you might see some things on there. Maybe you've missed out on some videos and stuff also. So I'll put all the links in the actual video description, and it'll be great to interact with you guys in those other sort of social media areas as well. So that's it. Till next time, guys. Take care.